Alright fellas, Criminal here, back to another MK1 video. In this one I'm gonna be discussing with you about the jump cancelling found out in MK1. There is actually a jump cancel tech in this game. And it was found out by a dude called Corner Red C on Twitter. I'll leave the name on the screen right now for you. Just feel free to drop him a follow if you want to see some more MK related stuff, because I'm pretty sure we'll find out some more shit in the future if you found out this, because I have no idea how we did actually, but regardless, feel free to check him out. I found out about this tech for Monger's video, so feel free to check him out as well. And I'm gonna show a combo with Kenshi that I learned from Czech, a very famous combo creator pretty much in the MK community, so feel free to check him out as well. Insane combos, man, insane. He's pretty much the GOAT of combos. So yeah, let's just get right into it. What is the jump cancelling I'm talking about? I have the notations activated for both characters, just so it can help you maybe. Basically it means, let me just show you something. Now, that shouldn't happen, should it? By the way, only way in the universe to combo into General Shao Fatal Blow. There's no other way, this is the only way. So feel free to learn it. Now, what am I doing here? Why is this working? It shouldn't work, right? I'm spamming Fatal Blow, why is it not working? It's not working. Now, how do you make it work? Basically, you know after an uppercut, you can jump cancel by holding R2 and doing up, right? So pretty much, because you can jump cancel in this way, you can actually input a special move and just end it with up, as you do normally, and Fatal Blow is pretty much... It's considered kind of like a special move, so... You just input your special move that you would input always. Let me just pause it so he stops jumping, it's distracting me. You input the special move you would input normally, but you just add the up motion at the end of it to actually make it register ready for jumping, but the game actually still registers your special move input. So it basically just activates the special move insanely quickly, because jumping activates pretty much frame 1 in this game. So after an uppercut, it's just, you can now do something like this, instead of just doing the regular jump. And it can be useful, you can do even something like this. Oh, let me just... You can even do this shit that is impossible to combo into from anything in the universe. That is not why it's practical. I'll show you later why it might have some potential, but I just want to cover that if you want to try it for yourself, because it's really fun. So with the Fatal Blow, I do the same. You can check out my inputs. I pretty much just input the Fatal Blow and just input up. Like, as an instant after I input that. For me, it's much easier to just input like a half circle forward Fatal Blow and just end it with the up motion. That just makes it much easier. So, with the special move, it works in the same way. So the way you do this is just do your regular special move. Like after uppercut, I hold R2 so I can actually cancel into the jump. It costs 2 bars, by the way. So after an uppercut, it's really expensive, but it's the same as it normally is. So I hold R2 after this, and then I input my special move input with up at the end. Instead of just doing down or forward, I do down, forward, up at the end. So now it does this. You can, by the way, use your analog stick. It might be easier. I mean, it's just easier to input up circles in that way. Like with the arrows, it could be more difficult. Like I sometimes struggle using doing it with the arrows for the back motions. Forward motions are pretty straightforward. I mean, you shouldn't be to struggle too much with them, but give it a try. I mean, if you can manage to use the analog stick, feel free to do it. Now, there is a way to actually distinguish, like, you can use the amplified versions as well if you want to. Just, you need to not hold R2. When you're holding R2, you don't get the amplifier, but if you just input R2 along with your special, as you would just any amplified special, and just that up at the end, you get the amplified. So, if I hold R2 all the way, I don't get amplified moves. It doesn't count the R2 for the amplified. But if I don't hold it and just input it with a special, as you can see, I got the amplified. So, for the knee, let's say, let me just do this. As you can see, I got the amplified this time. So I can go into the full combo using this. Now, this is just important because you can just distinguish between different special moves, but this has a lot of potential with different characters. Like someone like Sub-Zero with his freezes, like his ice clone, his ice ball maybe. Like you could maybe freeze them mid-air while they're there, because the uppercuts take a while to actually make you land. So with General Shao, you can even pop this shit, like the buff. I mean, it doesn't combo because it's shit, but regardless, you can see where I'm going here. But just even normally, you can just do something like this, I don't know, call sector. This actually combos, by the way, just to let you know if you didn't know it, like from the knee you can just do this. So my general Shao mains out there, give it a try. It can give you some pretty good damage, but regardless, this isn't what I'm trying to talk about. So off of an uppercut, as you can see, it just gives you the ability to cancel into special instead of just jumping up. With general Shao specifically, the damage difference isn't very significant. Like if I do this combo, I get around 31, 32, 31. If I do it with the power slam instead, like I can probably get a bit more, but I probably should just go into the knee. Like it will be ideal. I go into the knee instead right away, and let's see if I get any different. I don't know if it's a general Shao you can, but some characters will benefit from it. But the big value of this actually comes from how it activates, how it behaves in combos. Because of this cancel, like if you just input it as you would normally, now if you cancel special move inputs, like with the up motion, like with the jump, you can actually activate special moves faster. So something like this works when you do it with the jump, but if you try normally, it whips. Center just activates slower. So it's pretty much a trick to make its special moves activate faster. And if you're quick enough with Kenshi, you can actually get a full combo. Personally, just because of preference, after I lobbing the uppercut, I still hold R2 after it. I still hold R2, but you don't have to. You can do it without it. Actually, I think you might be forced to actually hold R2. I mean, with Kenshi, just the higher slam, like the EX version launches higher and just recovers quicker, so you need to do it, but regardless, it gives you a combo like this now. I dropped it, sorry. I found this from Czech, by the way, again. Feel free to give him a shout. The dude is just insane. He came up with that shit like an hour after the tech release. This guy is crazy. So yeah, now I can get full combos like this. And normally going into center is much more difficult. Like, imagine what I can do with Cyrax. Like, Cyrax has his aerial source. I can probably set up center in that way as well. So yeah, the potential of this is really, really high. It's really, really high. Like, the ability to cancel into stuff much quicker. Now I can actually cancel into fatal so quickly it might even drop. Like, it just makes it so you can input special moves much faster. So this, of course, has a lot of potential. I'd have to love this a lot, like with other characters as well. But with Kenshi, for now, this is what I copied from Czech. I mean, I didn't love it myself. I just love the uppercut shenanigans. But this is much more urgent. This is much more has much more bulk to it. It's much more important. Like, the importance of this is massive because certain special moves that are a bitch to chain into, for example, Sub-Zero's Ice Ball, maybe you can actually do it now. Like after, let's say, EX Dive Kick, or something like that, I don't know. Maybe after a tough string or shit like that, because this tech just makes any special moves input faster. If you cancel your special move after a hit into with a jump, like if you cancel the input, you get it, but just faster on startup. So normally this shit just doesn't work. Like, again, it just does not work. Center takes too much time to activate, and I'm mashing it. Like, I'm trying my best to just activate it as fast as possible. I can. But now, if I do this tech, I can actually get it. And this wasn't even timed well. Like, if you time it better, you can get even more. Because, as you can see, just cancelling special moves into jump is pretty much instant, but cancelling them into other special moves takes much longer. I did a push there, it didn't activate. I need to wait until this happens. So, yeah, it takes a while. But now you can just speed up the recovery process pretty much. You can start inputting it when you're already not recovered. By inputting the jump, you just make the activation of the move become quicker. Like, there is less recovery on the special moves you do, so this tech has a lot of potential for sure. Now, I gotta again give props to Corner Red Sea for actually covering this up, because this shit is actually extremely valuable. This could actually lead to some crazy stuff we haven't seen yet, so the combo game got even crazier now. By the way, what I'm doing here is actually not the optimal version. Check has the optimal version of this. I just can't manage to do it for some reason. The optimal version looks something like this, but regardless, I mean, you can see just from this, like, you can actually set up Cento easier. Any move that has a slower startup really benefits from this. For example, General Shao, piece of shit ground slam. This is absolute dog shit. Like, with General Shao specifically, you might even be able to actually combo into his slam. I mean, it is possible. Let me just try it. Like, why not? I mean, we're already here. I mean, just the way it works is just you input special moves faster after other special moves. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. That's the benefit it has. But just this has a lot of potential for sure. I mean, for Kenshi alone, you could see how much stuff I could get. Like, with Kenshi, the ability to go into center quicker might actually make for some insane combos, man. It actually could make for some crazy combos. So, yeah, guys, I'm gonna hold this one up here. Hopefully, you find this deck. You'll find this deck interesting, I suppose. Maybe you'll come up with some nice shit. I'd love to hear it. Like, if you came up with some crazy shit you feel like you want to share, I'd love to hear it. Maybe I'll try it myself. Could be fun. So, anyways, guys, yeah, just to wrap it up again, the way this tech works, this jump canceling works, is just you input the regular input you do, like a special moves or a fatal blow, anything that is considered a special move, but you cancel the input, you just add the up motion at the end. So, like a down forward, down back, just turn it to half circle forward or half circle back. So, it is a bit more tricky to input. You can use your analog stick though. The analog stick will make it just much easier to just input this. But it will require practice, because this game is actually not played with the analog stick. You played with the arrows, unless you're a psychopath. So, yeah, this actually can be extremely valuable. I don't know the potential of this yet, but I can see the potential here. I don't know the value yet. Like, for now, I can't really see too much value in this, but of course, time will tell. Like, you could see some crazy stuff happening because of this thing. Like, you just try to think, I don't know, let's try to think of a character with just extremely slow special moves that could actually combo using this. Like, maybe you could get a better reptile invisible setups, like by activating invisibility faster. Shit like that. I mean, this stuff is possible. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. I hope you enjoyed the video. This deck is actually really cool. So yeah, finally, once more time, props to Corner Red C for actually covering that out. That's his name on Twitter. Feel free to check him out. Props to Roofermonger for letting us know about this, like I saw it from his video. And props to Check for just being the GOAT and coming up with crazy stuff every single time. So yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one.